Western culture, society has dealt with many controversial issues on topics that stimulate humanity's beliefs and passions over how our world should run. In the modern era, probably the biggest civil rights issue that we will be dealing with is gay rights, and in particular, gay marriage. We have gone past the idea of acknowledging gays in our community and have now reached the point where society is debating over the civil rights of gays and the topic of gay marriage, where they would gain freedom of speech and the financial equality that would include. Although it is a civil and political matter in legalizing this issue, gay rights is closely linked to society's religious perspective, whether it be Judeo-Christian, Muslim, Hindu, or Chinese traditional.
In the United States, being a part of the Western culture in our world, the majority of our society is considered part of the Judeo-Christian practices. Presently, our society is arguing over the legalization of gay marriage state to state, and a trend seems to appear between states that are most religious and those that have banned gay marriage.
Polls show that out of the most religious states in our country, the top 20 have all banned gay marriage in their state constitutions, with the exception of West Virginia and Nebraska, who have banned it, but not constitutionally.
Showing both perspectives out of the Bible, we see that religious practices have conflicting views over things that involve judgment of others and gays in society, such as Leviticus 20:13, which states, "If a man lies with a man, they have sinned and must be put to death," versus Romans 2:1, which states, "You shall not condemn others, for you have sinned as well."
The Judeo-Christian religion and the conflict over gay rights feed off each other in both positive and negative ways, which adds to the tension between the two in our country.
So what is your perspective on gay marriage?
I'm for it.
And are you religious?
Yes.
And why do you feel it's appropriate?
Because you shouldn't judge someone on what they love or who they love. If you love them, you love them. Go.
What is your position on same-sex marriage?
I would be opposed.
Opposed, and why?
I'm kind of old-fashioned. I'm 53 and more traditional, man and woman.
And do you consider yourself a Christian or religious?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. As the United States advances in the debate over the legalization of gay marriage, the fact that religion affects our political decisions about this topic will inevitably have it end up in the Supreme Court. The only way this will end in a fair judicial conclusion is if it ends up in the Supreme Court, which happens to be the trend in our society as the United States has dealt with the civil rights issues such as this, like in the past, women's suffrage and racism.
The only way the gay marriage issue will be concluded is if it has an ironclad case to be presented to the Supreme Court, as it did in Brown v. Board of Education when dealing with black equality back in the 1900s. The NAACP had to develop a solid case, a real reason to get the civil rights battle of black equality to the Supreme Court, over a span of 50 years, and on top of that, wait until a liberal Supreme Court justice was appointed who would even take the case.
Now our society, when dealing with the civil rights issue of gay marriage, must do the same in order to conclude this matter due to the fact that humanity is influenced by religious perspective in dealings with politics. It's a minority versus a majority that holds all the cards.
The issue of gay marriage has not just pertained to the United States and our religious cultures. Worldwide, the trend of an ethnicity's decision over gay marriage being influenced by their religious perspective has popped up in every country. Judeo-Christian majority countries of Netherlands, Belgium, Spain, Canada, South Africa, and more have nationally legalized gay marriage, and others have allowed civil union, such as UK, France, Czech Republic, Finland, Germany, Denmark, and many more. So what is your perspective on gay marriage?
I think that there should be no discrimination and everyone should have equal rights to get married.
What is your perspective on same-sex marriage?
I'm all for it. I think if you're in love with somebody, it shouldn't matter what sex you are.
And do you consider yourself religious?
Semi-religious.
And why do you feel that it's appropriate?
Because I think there's no room for you to judge. I don't know.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Although it is a Judeo-Christian majority society, the United States has trended with the Muslim-Islam majority countries' opinions over gay marriage by banning and punishing against it by law.
If you look at the broad scope of the world, seen here in orange, are all the countries that have placed laws against gay marriage, such as Algeria, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Morocco, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Egypt, and basically all of Northern Africa and the Middle East.
The unanimous conclusion of Muslim jurists since first generation to present day have strongly banned the act and conclude that homosexuals deserve the severest of punishments, for reasons that they are committing the worst of sins, and homosexuality leads to adultery, and that, quote, whomever you find committing the sin of the people of the lot, kill them both, the one who does and the one to whom it is done.
Are you comfortable with that? I'd rather not. You'd rather answer it? Yeah. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
The Hindu majority countries, such as India and Chinese traditionalism in China, have not opposed or supported gay marriage, but have placed policies of no approve, no disapprove, and no promotion.
Basically, using don't ask, don't tell methods of keeping everyone quiet over the whole controversy.
So what is your perspective on same-sex marriage?
I have a very conservative view. Even marriage between a man and a woman. The traditional way, yes.
Kirkus' perspective on same-sex marriage?
I do not approve. I don't.
You don't approve? Do you consider yourself religious?
Yeah.
Yes. And why do you feel that it's not appropriate?
Because when God made people, I don't think He wanted to get the same thing. I don't really agree.
Right?
Yeah.
The apparent connection between religious and political decisions over these major topics, in this case gay rights, has caused our society to filter into segregated groups with polar opinions on topics. If we remain in this pattern, our major issues will never be solved if they are part of such a biased society.
It took centuries for the United States to conclude other major civil rights issues that we have had to deal with in the past. So the reality is, the only way we can conclude something as big as gay marriage is through the Supreme Court, and after accumulating good enough information to get there. And that's only to quiet the noise that's been building up about something as major as this.